Tomorrow is the National Day of Action Against Bullying and Violence, but I have to admit I'm not the right person to talk to young Australians about it. They don't want another out-of-touch guy on the TV telling them what's up, especially given I'm not even on social media. So it's for that reason that I've decided to give up my chair to the people who should be in it, the most influential people in the world, YouTubers, Instagrammers, pop stars, sporting greats, Hollywood A-listers, you know, the people that kids actually want to hear from, to help share a message for all of us. It's something we should talk about, because if we do, we will start saving lives.
You're not alone. Bullying affects so many people. In the last year, 1 in 4 14 to 25-year-olds were bullied.
While half of that bullying happened at school, a quarter happened in the workplace.
Another quarter happened online. For many, there's no escaping it.
When people get bullied, most of them stay quiet. They feel so alone that they don't feel like they can tell anyone.
Research shows people stay quiet because of stigma. They feel embarrassed or afraid.
They don't want to appear weak, or they feel like the problem isn't serious enough to seek help.
But all bullying has the potential to be really serious. While not all bullying ends in suicide, suicide is the leading cause of death for young Australians. In the last decade, youth suicide rates have been trending up. And students who are bullied are 9 times more likely to attempt or at least consider taking their own lives.
And when they do, this is what that looks like.
As a family, we will remember Dolly as a kind, gentle and loving little girl who loved her animals and cared so deeply for other people less fortunate than her.
Like so many kids, 14-year-old Amy Dolly Everett was bullied. Her family says the bullying was relentless, and because it happened online, Dolly had little hope of escaping it.
At the start of the year, feeling alone, Dolly took her own life, leaving a devastated but determined family behind.
We hope to raise awareness around bullying, anxiety, depression and obviously youth suicide. It won't bring our Dolly back, but it may just prevent the loss of another young life. It should not have taken the loss of a young life to drive this change, but this is where our journey will start.
In the days before Dolly's death, she left this sketch behind. Speak, even if your voice shakes.
The message is more beautiful, poignant and important than perhaps Dolly even knew. Because research has found that a minority of students report to teachers or counsellors when they're bullied. But when they do speak up, about 30% of the time, the bullying stops, and a further 40% of the time, the bullying is reduced. The answer to end bullying is that simple. Speaking about it saves lives. We all must make it easier for those who are being bullied to speak, even if their voice shakes.
So if you see someone being bullied, speak up, even if your voice shakes.
And if you see someone speaking up for someone else, support them, even if your voice shakes.
If you're a teacher, let your students know they can come to you privately and speak, even if their voice shakes.
If you're a parent and your child isn't talking to you, tell them that when the time is right, they can speak to you, even if their voice shakes.
If you're an employer, tell your workers that when it comes to bullying, your door is always open.
And you want them to speak, even if their voice shakes.
And most importantly, if you're being bullied, know that you're not alone, you're loved, be who you are, be proud, and please, speak,
even if
your voice shakes.
You're right there, and I'm right here thinking about you.
We've got a whole audience full of school kids today, and watching them all just go, when they saw those people with that message, I think was incredibly powerful, and I think that's what you're trying to do with that, and hopefully, you know, yeah.
I mean, there are several of us are parents on this desk, and when you're a parent, you know how terrifying the whole concept of bullying is and how helpless you feel with the prospect of it, and it's that whole point. That voice shaking thing, I mean, I get goosebumps every time I see that image, because it really is the key. Without that communication, without everybody stepping up and being in this together, none of that happens. None of this gets fixed. And I cannot express how grateful I am to every single person who came forward and helped us out with that.
I just can't get past the fact that that's a conversation for us, but that's Dolly's family's life.
Yeah.
It really is.
And if you're a bully and you're watching that, Like, it's something that you can change now. You can, like, save somebody's life now by making that choice to stop it and to reach out. And not only will you particularly save a life, you'll change your own life for the better. It's amazing.
You mentioned Dolly's family. We should point out we've been in contact with Dolly's family. This is not something that we haven't exploited that or anything like that. We've been in touch with them. They have asked us for time before they speak again. Privately, though, this is important, they're working on establishing a trust called Dolly's Dream to raise awareness of bullying, anxiety, depression and youth suicide. So when they're ready, we will bring you all the details about that trust.
They also have a Facebook page as well, Dolly's Dream Australia, and they've asked that tomorrow, on the National Day of Action Against Bullying and Violence, that everybody helps to turn Facebook into a sea of blue for Dolly. So they want you and everybody that you know to share photos of yourself wearing blue to send a really powerful message that we have zero tolerance towards bullying.
And they've also suggested you change your profile image to the butterfly in the blue heart. Again, you can find that image on Facebook at Dolly's Dream Australia.
And watching the reaction from the school kids in our audience tonight, I implore every teacher and principal to show it to your kids tomorrow on this day against bullying and violence. Start the conversation with the students. This might be the best way to do it.
Yeah, indeed. So if you need help yourself or you know somebody who does for any reason, crisis support is available. We must remind you of that. Lifeline, 13 11 14, or you can call the Kids Helpline on 1800 55 1800. There are a bunch of links on our website as well for support services.